Hi guys and welcome back again. So in this video we're going to have a look at the LFOs. So I'm going to route an LFO to effectively filter cutoff. This is the same as it was for the envelopes, of course, so amount and also velocity. So we've got a routing set up there. Now first of all we have a rate control. Now this can be synced to the project tempo, in which case this little display here will show us the beat divisions that we're choosing. We can also actually directly change these by clicking on the list. Or if we're not synced, we're running free in Hertz. Now the symmetry control is going to shift the LFO upwards and downwards. So when this is in the middle, it becomes a bipolar modulator moving either side of a central point. Whereas if we bring the symmetry control up, you see now it's only moving positively. That means that it's going to be adding to wherever the filter cutoff is positioned, because that's what we're affecting. If we were to do this negatively, it would be going below the filter position. Let's take that envelope routing off. So that's what the symmetry dial does. Now phase controls the position of the LFO's phase. Now, again, it's the same for the oscillators. It can be free running between 0 and 29. It means that every time you press a key, it's going to be starting the phase from a different position. Whereas if we go above 29, now we're locking the phase. You can hear the attack is much more consistent. Now, the shape of the LFO can be determined from this list here, and we have our same oscillators that we use for our wavetable. So we can use quite complex waveforms. Or much more simple, traditional waveforms here. So it kind of depends on what you're going for. Now we have this form slider here, which is going to transform the shape of the waveform. You can see that'll work. Let's try on a different one. Let's try an FM waveform. So it's worth playing with that to get some different results. Amplitude is going to be the kind of level of the LFO modulation signal. So we'd have very gentle, subtle modulation, and much more extreme. And next up we have the mono button here, which allows you to have the LFO generated for all voices simultaneously. We switch that on and we're in mono mode. And as I said, once again, when we're routing the LFOs, we can do that using the amounts here, or if we want this to also respond to velocity. Let's put this back onto a sine wave. Now we play soft. No modulation. Play hard and you can hear that modulation taking place. And those are the parameters of the LFO. So rate control can be synced to project tempo, in which case we can select our time division here, or free running. Phase allows us to lock in a position on the LFO's phase, or be free running if we're going from 0 to 29. 30 and above, we can choose different points of the phase here. Form is going to give us different waveforms, and also we can kind of blend between different shapes of that waveform using this form slider here. Amplitude is the kind of level of the modulation signal which is being generated. Mono is going to allow us to generate the same LFO for multiple voices. Symmetry allows us to either work positively, so we're going above wherever the position of the parameter is already, in this case the filter. Negatively, so that would mean that the position that we're at the moment is going to be the maximum position, and the LFO is going to be modulating up to that position. Or we can be bipolar, i.e. we're moving either side of a central point. And those are the parameters of the LFO, of which there are 4 to use for modulation. So now we've covered the LFO. In the next video, we're going to have a look at the stepper. So see you then. Thanks for watching.